Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery of Boscombo Pool. One morning I was having breakfast with my wife when a telegram arrived. I was from Sherlock Holmes. I read, "Are you free for a day or two? Must go to the West of England to help with the Boscombo Pool murder. Should be glad if you can come with me. The chase will be good for us, leaving Paddington Station on the A11:50 train. Will you go?" said my wife, looking across at me. "I really don't know what to say," and answered, "I have a lot of sick people to visit." "Unsturbed can do your work for you? You are looking tired, and I think a change from your work will be good for you. You are always so interested in Hall's case. As always, you are right, my dear. But if you do go, I must get ready immediately, because the train leaves in half an hour. My early life as a soldier taught me to travel with very few things. In a few minutes I was on my way to Paddington Station. There I found my old friend in his long grey coat and his favourite hat. He was walking up and down the platform. "It is really very good of you to come, Watson," he said. "I need a friend like you at times like this. No one can help me as you can. Please keep to Comer Place and in shall buy the tickets." We were alone during the train journey. Holmes had a large number of newspapers with him for one and for much of the time he grew up and thought. Finally he made the papers into a very large ball and threw them away, keeping only one. "Have you heard anything about this case?" he asked. "No, nothing. I have not seen a newspaper for some days. The London papers had not written much about it. I have read them all because I need to know all the facts. It seems to be one of these cases which looks very clear. That is why I think it will be difficult. Isn't that strange?" "Oh no, case which seems very easy like this one of often the hardest. I found bad just now. This looks very serious for the son in the border man." "So you are sure that it is a murder?" "Not yet. It seems to be, but I must believe nothing until I have studied all the facts. Now I should explain in a few words what I have read. Boscombe Valley is near Ross and Herefordshire. A large part of the land there belonged to Mr. John Turner. He made a lot of money in Australia. In return to life in England some years ago, his neighbour, Miss Charlotte May Carley, was also in Australia and lives at Hartley, a farm which belongs to Turner. The two men first met in Australia, and it is natural that they have chosen to live in the same neighbourhood. Turner is the richest man, and seems that McCarthy pays him for the use of his farm. They insist to be good friends and spend quite a lot of their time together. McCarthy has one son, who is 18 years old, and Turner has a daughter who is about the same age. The witnesses of both men are dead. The two families living quickly and did not meet much with the other people. Macaulay has two servants, but Turner in his big house has several more, about six. That is all I have been able to find out about these families. What about the murders then? I asked. Don't hurry me, Watson. Just listen. I'm coming to that. Last Monday, three young, 3rd, June, Charles Macaulay went to the town of Ross with his servant. This was in the morning. Why I has 3, he told his servant to hurry because he had an important meeting with someone at 3 o'clock that afternoon. They drove back quickly to his house at Willerley. Just before 3 o'clock, Macaulay left the farmhouse and walked down along the Boscombo pool. He never come back. It is a quarter of a mile from Harley Ford of Boscombe Pool, and 2 different people saw him as he walked that way. One was an old woman, but we don't know her names. The other was a reserve measurement of Mr. Turner, called William Crowe, but people say that Macaulay was alone. The servant also said that a few minutes after he saw Macaulay go past, he also saw his son, Mr. George Macaulay, going to the same way. He had a gun under his arm. The son could see his father and was following him. But Crowther, the servant, thought nothing of it until her he heard of Macaulay died later that evening. You explained it all us clearly, I said. I have told you to listen, dear doctor. When I have finished, you can say what you like. I shall continue. Another person saw the 2 Macaulay after William Clough. The land around Boscombo Pool is full of trees with the little grass in the open parts beside the water. A girl of 14, Pacific Moran, was picking flowers among the trees. That afternoon she saw Matt Macaulay and his son close the lake. They both seemed to be very angry. He heard Matt Macaulay using strong language to his son. She saw the young man lift up his arm. He seemed ready to hit his father. She felt so frightened that she ran away. When she got home, she told her mother about the quarrel. When I saw them, they seemed to be going to have a fight. He said, just as was speaking, John, Mr. Macaulay, come running up to their home. I have just found my father but the pool. He shouldn't. He is dying. We must get help. He looking very excited, without either his hat or her gun. His ruined hand was red with blood. Immediately patient's parents went with him to the pool, where they found his father dead body lie on the glass. There were many wounds, his head made by something trip, and heavy like to under part of the young man's gun. They found this gun lie on the glass not far from the dead man. The police soon come and immediately held the young man for question. Then looked him up. His cause will come up in a few weeks' time. Everything points to the fact that the young man is Ganley. Does it? Is not, I said. The facts are not always what they seem, answered Holmes. We think that they all point on the same thing, but I would like to know in another way. They could tell quite a different story. It is true that the case against the young man is very serious, and maybe he is in fact Ganley. But there are several people who believe that he is innocent. One of these is Miss Turner, the daughter of Macaulay neighbor. He has asked Detective Lestrade to take one of the case, and now Lestrade, since he can't really say no, has asked me to help him. That is why we are hurrying along in a train instead of having a quick breakfast at home.